inaccuracy aside, we're pretty happy with how that went.
Yeah, look, we were. I thought we played a good brand of footy. Contested, clearly played the game the way we wanted it to. But we had a focus on our defensive transition heading into the game, and I thought the players' response in that phase was outstanding. So, it was a good game. I'm sure it wasn't a pretty game to watch. In terms of it was quite slippery, but in terms of the way we wanted to play around the contest, and also our defensive transition was strong.
You've had 50 more inside 50s. You're frustrated. It could have been more, and you could have put it away earlier than what you did late in that third. Yeah,
we had a lot of inside 50s. We also had a lot of scoring shots. I think we had 37 scoring shots, so that's still a lot. Clearly, you'd like to convert. Our goal kicking wasn't ideal on the night. It's something that you want to be quite polished in. But to get that sort of supply and still have 37 scoring shots, I think that was a step forward for us.
Do you think it's what the team kind of needed for a boost to bounce back from those 3 losses that you guys had?
Yeah, look, they're probably in patches in those 3 games. We played some pretty strong footy. Last week, aside, but I thought, we got to start playing better defensively in the way we play. And I thought the players' attitude towards that during the week and the way they implemented it, today was fantastic, or tonight. So I think that's a step one for us, is to get that right. And I think that's going to start to really take our team forward even further.
You didn't hold back last week on the defensive side, and can you expand on what you sensed from the players during the week and how they wanted to respond?
Clearly we reviewed that phase of our game. There's been times throughout the year where we've been quite strong, and there's been other times where it's been inconsistent. So our players really took ownership in that phase during the week, and as I said tonight, it's a stepping stone in doing better in that phase consistently, but it's something that we know that we need to be better at and we'll continue to work on. But to keep the opposition to 28 inside 50s is a really strong defensive performance.
And looking at the coming week, I guess what's going to have to be the focus, taking the lessons from the game tonight?
Yeah, I think obviously we've got 7 days. Next week's a really important game for us against the Bulldogs. So, 7 days to recover really strongly. Obviously quite warm up here tonight. So our ability to recover, get ourselves prepared as best we can. The Dogs are in some pretty good form, so it's going to be really important for us.
You're proud of the way Petrarca bounced back tonight. He's had a pretty lean 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think his form's been turning for a little while now. He's probably 3 weeks ago I thought he started to really improve his game, and tonight was a big step forward. His ability to play forward but also come up through the midfield. We threw Clayton Oliver forward at times tonight, and I thought they both did a great job in both areas of the ground.
You changed it up in attack quite a bit with the 2 small forwards coming in, Spargo and Garlett. Are you happy with that? And can you talk about Joel Smith? Are you still keen to get that third tall through there? And he played, big parts forward tonight. Yeah, we changed our mix in terms of our tools inside our forward 50.
We went with the 2 tonight. We brought in some crumbing guys in Charlie Spargo and Jeff, and I thought the forward line functioned pretty well to have 37 scoring shots. Joel Smith, he went down there based on necessity. He had a bit of a hip problem. So basically playing him in our forward half, I thought he did a terrific job to get through the game. So he's someone that we're going to have to look at from a medical perspective. But I thought the forward line still functioned pretty well tonight.
What about Jesse Hogan? How's his form been?
Yeah, look, I thought he started the game brilliantly. What I loved about our forwards tonight is their ability to defend, and I thought Jesse set the tone early in the game, not only with his defensive work, but obviously his ability to jump at the ball. And that's something that he really prides his game on. So I thought he got back to being a real contested type of player tonight and jumping at the footy for us.
Just in defence, you went with Sam Frost for the first time since round 4 tonight. Are you happy with how that panned out? Yeah, look, he played well. I thought he held up his end. We obviously lost Jake 4 weeks ago, so we've sort of tried a few things over the last month. But tonight it certainly looked the most settled it has been. So that was a bonus for us as a club.
Just on. You've been through the rebuilding process for a while. Where do you see Freo's at the moment?
Well, that's not for me to comment. I'll comment on our position, how we've gone about it, but that's not for me.
When Max hit that goal in the 3/4 time siren, he put both arms up in the air. It might have been a bit of relief, not only for tonight, but his season in front of goals. Do you sense that it might be the monkey off the back for Max?
Yeah, look, he obviously wants to continue to convert his goals. He hasn't, with his set shots, it's something that's really important. He goes forward and marks the ball, so his ability to finish is really important. So he's working really hard on his set shots. So I think that was probably a bit of relief that he actually got one through the middle, which was terrific for Max.
in the Brayshaw battle tonight.
Yeah, had a bit of a scuffle, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I'll get to the bottom of that one and find out how that panned out. But Andrew looked like he was on top of him for a while. But no, look, I thought Gus tonight was outstanding. I thought, it's he's worked really hard to get his game to the level he has. But I thought both sides of the footy tonight, both in offence and defence, he actually gave us a real bit of bite around the footy.
He copped a pretty big hit at one point as he looked like he was recovered okay.
Yeah, no, he's fine. He's 100%. So, we're really proud of the way he's tracking.
Matthew Lloyd questioned your mental strength in the papers this morning. How do you take that, and do you see that that's something you still need to work on as a footy club? Yeah,
look, I didn't see the Herald Sun today, so I can't really comment on that. I was Northern Territory News this morning, so... we're clearly have still got evolving as a team. We're getting better and better as we go. So we understand there's still deficiencies in our game that we're working on. We're still building the team that we want to become. We've still got a lot of work to do, but we still think we're not that far away as well. I think this team's getting stronger and stronger, and the back half of the season is really important for us.
Yeah.
Shiv mentioned earlier when we interviewed him the other day about the spirit in the team. Do you think that's building? Do you think today's game really brought that back for you guys?
Yeah, they have. They've got terrific spirit amongst each other. They've got a great love and care for one another, and that's continuing to evolve as they play more footy together and spend more time and understand each other. And that's a really important element of playing good team footy, and being a good team is to have that connection. So, yeah, look, they're riding the bumps along the journey with each other, but they also have the ability, like during the week, to actually pick themselves up and respond. And I thought tonight was a really strong response from last week.
And that accuracy out there tonight, do you think that comes down to a lot of the conditions up here as well? Is it tougher to play in those slippery conditions?
Yeah, look, it is tough. It's like wet weather footy. It's very humid. The guys obviously sweating a lot, so the ball was slippery. But we'd like to convert our shots better than that. I think it was 23 points. That's a lot.
The club's asked for longer breaks between games after games going here in the future. Is that something you need to be focused on this week? 7 days into the Dogs game, but you need to be on top of your conditioning. Yeah,
look, 7 days is enough in terms of recovery. We think it's obviously tough conditions up here, so that certainly won't be an excuse from our end. But ideally, the more you can give the players when you play up in the Northern Territory, especially Darwin, the better. So we'll need to recover well, we'll need to prepare well, our players will need to really hone in their week and make sure it's spot on.